Hey, it's your buddy Peace and Harmony with you here today. We're going to zoom in and focus in a little bit more in depth on a malignant narcissist or psychopathic hover attempt. And it's because I receive a lot of questions and comments about what to do. What should I do? You know, I fell for the prey. I fell for the temptation. I fell for the carrot. You know, I was sucked back into this malignant narcissist or the psychopathic's needs. I fell back into their texts. I fell back into their Facebook rants. I fell back, into their Snapchat, the Instagram. I began following them again. I began to, get sucked back in. I was deluded. I took the bait. I took the hook. Now I'm regretting it. Now I'm sorry that I did. What should I do now? What is going to happen? And realize that, the malignant narcissist and especially the psychopath, they're very well aware of the trap that they set. They're very well aware of the manipulation tactics. They have a heightened sense of perception when it comes to manipulating and controlling others. They're very adept at scoping people out and seeing their vulnerabilities, seeing their weak spots, playing on their insecurities. And that is number one, playing on people's insecurities, playing on their self-doubt. And they tend to exploit that, or really, it's very, very sad, but those people who oftentimes are hovered back in or attracted to in the beginning, are these people who do have a high degree of empathy, a high degree of vulnerability, a high degree of loneliness, as well as, a naivete or, I see the good in all people sort of perception. And that is the truth. That is the blueprint that they're living by. So if you are living by, this sort of carefree personality, fun-loving personality, sweet personality, where, they think, there's no bad in people. There is no evil in people. They always want to see the good in people. It's oftentimes this Mother Teresa syndrome where, I see, I want to save others. I want to help others. I want to, show the light to others. I want to help this person. And oftentimes the psychopath or malignant narcissist will, originally scope out their prey and target those people who have that personality type. They will hone in and they will focus in and they will victimize these people. And they're very well aware of the trap that they set. They're looking for a very particular type of person who, is the nurse, who's the caregiver, who's the big heart, who, will listen to their sob stories, who will fall victim to their scam. They'll oftentimes, create a sob story like the John Wayne Gacy, wasn't it he that, would approach people at gas stations with a broken arm and, can you help me pump my gas? And then, he'd target these people. I mean, it's very sick, but it's very calculated. It's very deliberate. And I think that's what's so horrific is that there's a really very profound, deep layer of psychological distortion and extortion that occurs with this sort of individual who is a malignant narcissist or a psychopath. And so, when if the people who are being targeted are, oftentimes they have not experienced this type of person, or, they're of that mindset. So you need to have some growing lessons learned, developing as a person, developing the strength to, see that not all people are good or in your best interest or out to help you. Not all people are there to support you. There are people out there who will deliberately, throw you under the bus, get you in trouble, who will deliberately use you for either favors, financial favors, sexual favors, parasitic, a place to live, a place to park their kids. I mean, it's a very deep level, on many levels. So, realize that that is oftentimes the original type of target and type of person that this person will target. And so if you have identified that within yourself, I want you to really declare the boundaries and realize that there's a very true, loving, gentle, empathetic, supportive part of you, but you need to be more I would say, more definitive or more refined and a little bit more, what's the word that I'm looking for? In terms of, it's going to come to me here in just a moment. Use some discretion. Use discretion. In other words, discretion is to use, a little bit of knowledge before you jump in. Just don't dive in with people. Use your discretion. Use your assessment. Use your best judgment when it comes to knowing about people, because you do have to protect yourself from people who will take advantage. And oftentimes these people are malignant narcissist or psychopathic in nature, and these people who don't have your best interest, your best purpose, your highest goal, your highest evolution in mind or in vision, they have very much the opposite, and they can be quite dangerous and extremely destructive. It's peace and harmony with you here today. I hope that these videos, if they do help, please share and please subscribe for more great tools, videos, discussion, and support.